Coming to you live from my nursing home room. This is the Big Chat. Welcome, everybody. We just saw an emotional episode where we had quite an eviction. And, well, you know what? Let's just talk it all out with Miss Cheyenne. Hello, how are you?
Fabulous.
We were talking backstage, and I know you're going to ask that little fella.
Oh, God, he can burn in hell. So freaking annoying.
Jankie, I love you.
Oh my God.
Oh, it's not that bad.
I swear to God. I swear to God. If you do that anymore tonight, I'm riding.
You can't.
I'm gonna go yank Amanda out of bed. We're gonna go riot.
Come and get me. Well, you know, it's been a crazy week to watch the show or the feeds because, well, there's jets, there's car alarms, there's traffic, there's Los Angeles noise, and we're whispering about wanting to be on the show. Will you vote for me? So it's been an interesting week. And then we get pizza and ice cream.
Rubina will never eat ice cream again.
I don't know that any of them will. I mean, they were waking them up if they would go to sleep at like 2 a.m. and be like, ice cream party. They'd have to go eat.
I'd be chucking bowls of ice cream at the proton board thing. And
what's funny you say that. Cam, I think, will probably be the only house guest to ever have anything successfully make it offset. But I think one of the baseballs that he got upset and threw it, and it went off the top of the top floor there. So, Rock Hard is begging for your forgiveness already.
We're 4 minutes in. I'll allow it.
Rock Hard, you get a pass.
You're going to be doing this show by yourself tonight.
I can. I don't know how.
You are going to be alone talking about this to the comment section by yourself.
Please, somebody.
If you keep up with that bull crap.
Have y'all been telling folks to subscribe? Well, heck yeah, Salty, I have been.
Have you subscribed, Salty? Have you?
So. Yes. Salty, you know, if you'd tell a friend and your friend would tell a friend, it's not a Ponzi scheme. It's a
I mean, a little bit of a multi-level marketing for the YouTube channel. And yes, yes, I have.
Cheyenne has been good. I have been the bad one. I'm still suffering from a leg injury, and I have not fulfilled all of my radio duties. So,
see, I have.
What is that? Where did you get that?
It's my. Hold on.
Oh Lord! Whoa! Oh, I love it.
Oh, hold on.
Don't get tangled up in the cord. I love it. I love it. That's great. Oh, I meant to ask, did my package arrive?
It might have, but I didn't go to the post office today.
Oh, okay. All right.
And I haven't bought gloves yet.
Might need a mask or goggles. Not sure.
Is it going to be that smelly?
It could be. We have been telling everyone, Salty, on WDJY, our shows are taped on Friday, Saturday, Sunday night. And Radio Fairfax, they're twice a month on like Wednesdays in the morning or something. I'm like the morning puke. So,
you know.
Well, Warren, you are just full of yourself already.
I thought you left all that stuff yesterday.
I thought Warren would be wore out.
Did you go find Mrs. Doubtfire on TikTok?
Me? No, I did not. Did you?
I was telling Warren. Yes, I did. I sent it to the group chat, remember?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So get the URS chat.
I'm over there every now and again.
Oh, Uncle
Just
Rico.
to harass him.
I haven't jumped in lately. I'm honestly, whatever this is with my leg has killed me. So, yeah, I have been rather slack and lazy this week. So, which is going to catch up with me if I don't hurry up. I've got to edit 2 shows for WRFN for Saturday night. Otherwise, I think I'm caught up. So, but yeah, last night's shows I got to cut into 2 1-hour segments and upload to.
That'll be fun.
Yeah, that'll take me some time. But yeah, it's all good. And today I was in such pain. I just dropped my ball. Sorry. I was in such pain that I fell asleep on the couch. I hardly got off the couch today. So, and the new med they gave me, yeah, it made me sleepy.
So sleepy that a child showed up at your door.
Yeah. You know, Salty, it's funny you should say that. Tonight, before I finally was like, I'm gonna have to take some extra leave or something. Tonight, I mean, I drink, but I don't normally drink. Tonight was the first time in a long time that I was like, I need a drink. This is killing me. So, yes, please stay on the Nashville and the Fairfax people. So, the Fairfax people get our shows only monthly, so it's hard to kind of gauge what they're doing. And it's a morning show and on like a public school library or some crap. I don't know. So
it's very appropriate.
And Cheyenne, you do look lovely tonight.
Thank you.
You look much better once my package gets there. So
they'll be up to my chin then?
I didn't send shorts.
Well, I can't do it with these.
Oh, okay. Excuse me, I'm just falling off my chair. Falling out of my rocker.
I'll do that to you.
Oh, I wish. Nope. Haven't drank in a couple. Well, since vacation.
Ew.
I need to. Salty, I believe that takes an Amex card.
Yep.
You know, the people that listen to this on the podcast only on Spotify are truly missing out. They need to come over to the Sport Cat shows and see what all the fun's about and enjoying the chat.
Agreed.
I'm glad that I don't have a human resources department.
Yep. That human resources department is bobbydizzle.com.
That's right. And he was topped, by the way. You know, Bobby was the one that got us in trouble with PETA for putting baby possums in a sack and stomping them for fun.
Oh, yeah. Did you tell him that?
No, I haven't talked to him, so.
Oh, we'll have to see if. Good luck with that.
We're getting requests.
No, Warren. Go find your bottle of lotion.
Priceless. It's worth the price.
How much you willing to pay? And we'll talk about it.
Hey,
I'll throw you some numbers.
I get a 10% cut, don't I?
I'll think about it.
Okay. All right.
Depends on which one it goes to.
Ah, okay. Well, so we have two shows. So we have 2 shows to talk about. We have the Wednesday night and the Thursday night show. And
I feel terrible for I feel so terrible for them.
Well, you see, there's a story behind it, and it was Bobby Dizzle that started it all. And the problem was, it started with my wife. Her friend was PETA. Went to even more PETA, and well, it just got blown out of proportion. We were protested there for a little bit. So
no, I think think last night's definitely topped it, but they were underage, so I don't know if they can count that.
Well, Bobby said he was too, so
Fair.
The statute of limitations had run out, so when PETA knocked on his door. So.
Well, they don't know where in Colorado to look, so.
Yeah, that's true. So.
But so from yesterday's episode, again from what would have been Monday, is Kimo and Rubina are up for nomination. And Chelsea is just gloating about how lucky she was that she wasn't put up by Leah after getting rid of both of Leah's closest allies. And I think it was, I don't remember if I have it written in here somewhere, if it was later in this episode or the one we just had, that I think it was later on in this one. But Leah's like, yeah, I haven't forgot that. You got rid of both of them now. But Leah then enlightens us that she absolutely hated it when any of her exes would lose weight. And she said, and I quote, "Give a chubby king a chance."
I don't have an answer for that. Chubby king.
I mean, I agree with it.
I'm probably chubby gilf.
So are you gonna are you gonna now match Angela with her walking around with her gilf shirt, walking around with her kids?
Could be.
But yeah, so she said she would see all the guys out there working out, and she's like, "But I've got mashed potatoes." And I was like, "Oh, I love her," because that's exactly what I'd be doing too. Yeah, but here's the loaded mashed potatoes. What did I miss regarding the possums?
Oh, how did we not know we would get in trouble for that? See, I didn't know that one was coming, so.
Warren, a gilf would either be a grandma or grandpa that you would like to fuck.
I don't know what the hell that was.
Yep. Accurate. But so,
Gubby Wubby, I want you to suck my chubby.
Can you imagine Jankie saying that?
Oh, God.
I got a full-on robot chubby.
Will you fucking quit? I'm trying to be serious here for a minute.
Sorry,
I haven't even made it halfway down the paper yet. On the first page.
I'm sorry.
I made it 3 bullet points in.
Salty, you may have a point about that.
She said she was at one point. Anywho, so Angela goes over to the group of them and is talking about how bad she's feeling about everything with Kimo, and she openly admits that she wouldn't like her right now either. To which we then get T-Core telling Rubina that she can absolutely not stand the sound of Angela's voice anymore.
Would you do it for a Scooby snack?
Good. Sorry. I'm just over here playing. It's hard to believe somebody wants to pay me to do this, isn't it?
On days like today, yes.
I like to make love.
Well, you know. I'm just looking at kitty balls right now. Go ahead.
Anywho, so MJ's getting emotional about missing her family, and for whatever reason, T-Core decides to get all the attention on herself to do a cartwheel, which she can't do. So then it's time to pick the players for the veto competition, and there is subsequently a dance party right in the middle of that. To which we get Angela, Chelsea, and T-Core, who are competing in the veto comp. And Chelsea says that she has to go into the competition ensuring that T-Core doesn't win, which I think is interesting because she is later on talking about how she was going to vote to get rid of Rubina, but I think the California heat has just gotten to them all, and they all don't know what the hell they want.
It's been a very stressful week for them.
I think after dealing with everything that they dealt with, I might have tried to throw the cot at Cam. So, I mean, it's partially fair. So for the veto competition, they have to fit their 10 pieces of candy into the jar, and it's just different size pieces that look like peppermints that they've got to fit in here correctly. So, and in this game, not only are they playing for the Golden Power of Veto, but the second person to get everything done wins the Jankie Veto. So Angela wins first, and I don't think she could have possibly celebrated and yelled anymore. I was waiting for Chelsea. I was waiting for Chelsea to turn around and just fucking punch her. Like, shut up, we're all trying to concentrate. And then she's like, oh, well, I got to go pick up all my pieces so nobody sees how I did it. Ugh.
Well, now that was good strategy.
Yeah. Well, so Kimo hit it first, but he very openly left one of the pieces still sitting there. So he went and buzzed in, but he had a piece that he didn't put in. So then Leah wins Jankie's veto. And so we find out that the only way, or the way that Jankie's veto works, is that before the veto meeting, Leah has to play a Jankie game in order, and once she wins the game, that means that she can use the veto. So Angela is feeling all whatever kind of way she's deciding to feel this week, and wants to use the veto on whichever personality has told her to be nice this week is what she has decided to go with.
Well, she felt sorry because she'd been on the wrong side of the vote. She tried to send Kimo home twice, and she didn't.
By
so
choice.
Yeah.
By nobody forcing her.
It was highly democratic, and she felt bad about it.
So he comes to talk to her, and basically, without flat out saying it, she's like, you're good. And he's like, well, I think we're good, but I don't know because it's Angela, and who the fuck knows about Angela?
Nobody knows about Angela.
And then it was at this point when I noticed that Kimo had a Jankie pickle, and I wanted it.
I did not notice
he was sitting there holding it, and it had a little I think it had a little hat, and it had arms and legs. It was a little pickle.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look for this while you're talking, because I don't remember seeing that.
And then there was
I will tell you this. I went to look for pictures to do the artwork, and I was going to try and find pictures of T-Core, and there's none. There's none on Twitter. She doesn't exist in this game.
Well, I was gonna say, well, you could have used part of the clip where you told me her and Tina were in there making out in the bathroom.
Once again, she was hidden. She was in a room, locked up.
Yeah, but they came out.
Well, yeah, maybe. And there towards the end, when she was giving Rubina a little something, it looked like they were getting kind of close.
Not all the chicks are trying to make out on this show. Ticor's not trying to make out with everybody.
Never know. Never know.
So it's Ticor that we need to be worried about instead of Cam then trying to screw everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
So there was so much more pizza and ice cream and dance and sing-along parties that like I said, I don't know how somebody didn't haul off and throw a bowl of ice cream at that fucking proton board. Because I would have lost my ever-loving shit.
But everybody loves ice cream.
Yeah, Rubina's going to hate it after this is all done. So,
well, I did see when they looked down in the refrigerator or freezer, they had a great selection. They changed it up on them, so they didn't have like just.
Well, and if you notice, she like threw a little container in there, and it looked like they had like Ben and Jerry's.
Yeah, and then they had everything that you could possibly want, like even gummy bears and sprinkles and everything.
Well, yeah, it was an ice cream party.
Yeah, who puts gummy bears on their ice cream?
They have it as your option whenever like you go to Golden Corral. You can have your options on the buffet. Yeah, they give you all kinds of weird stuff to put on there.
Yeah, okay.
I never liked it because as soon as they get in the ice cream, they harden up. So I don't understand why you'd want to eat it like that. But
she said hard. Well,
I forgot that you were 12.
Yeah, well, you know, I have my moments. Hold on, I'll come back. I'm sure I'm missing some great comments. So, well, Salty says his pickle has an unusually large tip. Might want to see a doctor.
He has told us that. You might see them about the tuna can size as well.
Oh, I'm having a whole side chat here with Andy on the side. He's like, I put gummy worms on my ice cream. Never knew.
You're a communist.
Never knew.
But so Kimo goes to talk to Leah. And I think he makes a... No, that definitely wasn't it.
I'm pretty sure it was it.
I don't remember it having a mustache or the glasses, but I like it.
Hey.
I still want it.
Gotta rock the stash. Yeah. It's Mr. Pickle. Warren,
I need to know where to get him.
BigBrother.com. They sell this stuff, actually.
Well, yeah, I did note down here because an ad popped up in the middle that you can get your own janky tumbler if you want.
Welcome. Please subscribe, like, and share. So
get used to it.
We were talking about this pickle, so.
But somebody else's pickle has an unusually large tip, so.
Oh, okay, yeah. Mr. Pickle. Warren, you have to make it your job to find out where we can get Mr. Pickle.
I need him in my life.
Whoa.
So, Kimo makes a really good point to Leah of course he is saying that they need to shift the focus off of Ticor and the trio, and I love that he downgrades them so much and is like, we haven't won anything. Are we really that big of a threat? We haven't won anything. I'm sure you can find one of those, Warren.
And, you know, he's not wrong.
Mm-hmm. That's what I said. He went to her with a convincing argument of like, but like, look, what if we won?
I haven't won anything. And he wasn't wrong. I think, though, what bothered them is, have you ever had like a piece of furniture that's in the corner of your room that you never use? And then one day you're like, oh, crap, can I live without this? And it becomes a important piece of your living room. Well, that's kind of what T-Court was. For the first 6 months, weeks of this competition, nobody knew she was there. I couldn't find pictures of her from the show on Twitter. You can find anything. I found Mr. Pickle on Twitter, but I couldn't find T-Court. So,
well, that tells you how much the rest of the world loves pickles.
Yes, we are talking about Big Brother. So, damn, you've got. So that was
you can get merchandise that is shown briefly on the show, but you can't find somebody who's been here for 29 episodes.
Yep. How's that work? I don't. So and I see why the house guests were finally like, holy crap, she could make it to the end and we'd never know she was here, and then she'd win.
But yet, she's that undercover, but yet her social game is so up there. She's up there with everybody, but somehow still completely invisible.
And when you have a conversation with her, it's always, yeah,
I mean, everybody thought that like Quinn was the big threat of everything, but I mean, it might have been her.
Quinn leaving was the reason Cam lost his stuff. So
yeah,
but that's a whole different meaning.
So Leah is taking that into consideration. But if out of any of them, looking at the other trio of Cam, Chelsea, and MJ, Leah says she would have to pick Chelsea because she's super close with MJ and she promised Cam safety that week, which has probably been the only time that I was like, but could you do something real shady and just put him up there? Just put him up there. Even though you told him.
It's happened before.
Do it. I know, that's why I'm like, just do it. Just put him up there.
That would have lifted her status up to like.
She would have been a threat then.
Yeah. She would. Well, they're saying she's a comp beast now. What? Leah? No. But all of these contests are pretty fair. But go ahead. I'm still here. Me and Jankie.
You keep him over there. I don't need none of his negativity. But basically, she's like, okay, I get what you're saying, but I need to go talk to Angela because she's pretty much like, well, I got Angela under my thumb and Angela will do whatever I want her to.
Until she flips on her again.
Yeah. Yep. And then she'll go in there tonight and put Leah's name up, even though Leah isn't even on there. But she goes to talk to Angela, and Angela's saying her heart is telling her that she has to save Kimo. And
she's got such a kind heart.
She really does. And Leah's agreeing with that, and they're talking about potentially putting up T-Court or Chelsea in his spot. And okay, down here was where I wrote it from what I was thinking earlier. So Chelsea is thinking that the two of them, like, oh, okay, this is great because everything's going to stay the same. But then Leah's like, hey, bitch, haven't forgot about you when you sent Josef home and Quinn. And, oh, my name was mentioned up there for you to put up. So haven't forgot about that. So the bless her little heart in trying to play that knock 'em down game. She had to knock down 5 bottles in 3 throws to be able to activate her Jankie Veto.
Now, do you think she was doing this on purpose? I think she was throwing it.
I don't know, because she if you heard her say, well, it's the sad part, I was trying.
I don't know. And I'm going to share something with you that
yes,
somebody sent to me.
Where do I get 40 of them? They all have happy faces.
Oh my God.
I love it.
You know who sent
I need
that
a million
to
of them.
Take
It
a
was
guess
Andy,
who sent-
wasn't it?
It was Andy.
Well, he's probably sent it to me too.
He's
And
probably
there goes my
watching.
phone buzzing. So, she did. The only thing I did notice in watching that was she does throw the ball at some point and it hits it, but I don't know if it works similarly to those same kind of games, like when you go to the state fair and they're notoriously hard to knock down unless you're really throwing it, because she hits it a couple times, but it just barely moves.
She didn't put any ass behind it.
What ass? She ain't got no ass to put behind it.
That's true.
She ain't got no titty to put behind it either. So, just saying.
It was hard for her to twerk for Jankie. I did notice that. Even Cam.
Who was it? Who was it that I think it was Rubina asked Chelsea what dance made her think of her, and she started like twerking. And I was like, fair. It's fair. But so we get to the veto ceremony, and obviously Angela uses the veto to save Kimo. Leah puts up T-Core in his place. Rubina gets extremely emotional, and Rubina says that if T-Core goes to jury, she's going to make sure that Leah follows her right after. Don't piss off a tiny Filipino woman.
We'll see.
Well, so that ended last night's episode, and I about wanted to rip my hair out with tonight's episode.
Well, no, I do have some comment about the ending of last night's episode. Mm-hmm. And they edited it, but T-Core literally put her head down and was like sobbing and fell headfirst out of the chair onto the ground like a toddler. They edited it out, and I'm like, B, you haven't touched the block one time. One time.
What are you crying about?
My time here, I haven't been able to tell anybody my story. It's been 24/7 for 6 weeks, lady. How did you not have a chance to tell your story?
What do you even really say?
Here's a hint. Mm-hmm. Don't be a lawn chair.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
She studies sociology. You know, that means she's a psychiatrist or psychologist, which would fit because she does. That's all she does. I hear you. I hear what you're saying. How's that make you feel?
How does that make you feel?
Exactly.
Like shit. It makes me feel like shit.
I'm glad you could express that.
And I'm to understand that you had some uncomfortable trauma in your past.
It could be. It could have been a pickle. So they did run it. I don't know West Virginia if they ran a commercial like they did here in Atlanta, but they ran a commercial about some Appalachian 12-year-old that was pregnant by her father, and she couldn't get an abortion because of Trump. And I'm sitting there going, what the hell are we watching? I was like, this is crazy. He came down and said, you can't get an abortion. What the fuck? This is America. Get to goddamn people. But yeah, that was in the middle of when they were talking about her trauma. And I'm like, Good
No.
timing, CBS. Good timing.
Nope, we did not get that here.
I'm Kamala Harris, and I endorse this. What? Yeah. Yeah, we got that right in the middle of all that. I'm like, what the hell am I watching? I feel like I'm somehow trapped in the 70s in the Appalachian Mountains and not downtown Atlanta, for Christ's sake.
and then next, Taylor Swift would pop out and start singing a song about it.
Blank slate. So strays it off.
Oh, that was great.
Strays it off.
Oh, you were so quick on that. That was great.
I do. See, I'm a trained professional. I get paid for this.
No, it was blank space is what it was.
Empty space. So
Well, I mean, blank. I didn't, you know.
Somebody's in the holler.
Anywho, Julie is COVID free now.
Oh yeah, she started off unceremoniously. I'm back.
And COVID free. And so they, at the beginning of tonight's episode, they did show that clip that you were talking about on Monday. That marshmallow definitely stuck.
I'm pretty sure it did. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, granted, his was down and had bounced. So there was
I'm wondering what they were made of, what it was sitting up against, leaving it there for, shoot, what was it? 19 hours could have made it.
Yeah.
It was like
moist.
19 hours.
Yeah. It could have been moist. It could have had some. Yeah.
It was moist.
It was moist. So Leah has a moist marshmallow. So
it's sticky.
While they've been outside, they've endured the first rain in Northern California, and it didn't really rain. And I believe it did stick, and an earthquake. So
that they still had to stay outside for.
Out of all the places, I mean, unless the building collapsed, then that might be suck. But at least they could have rode it out on top. Maybe nothing would have fallen on them, Mr. Pickle. But
I mean, they had all the ducks.
Yeah.
And the inflatable pineapples.
She was so bored.
But so,
right, so we have a serious question. Is Big Brother, is it one of those game shows where you vote each other off out or something? Do not. Good Lord, he must be drunk. He does not watch.
Yes, it is.
Yes. They put 16 of their closest friends in a house and lock the doors, and last one out gets $750,000.
You'll have to ask Leah on that one, rock solid. After she gets out of the house.
But just fair warning, she's a Chubby-Chaser, so if you ain't got no junk in your trunk, she ain't interested. So.
She needs a hold on, let me quote this correctly. She needs a chubby king.
Chubby king.
Not a gilf. But so it was obviously a very difficult decision for Kimo to make. And Chelsea or T-Core was hoping that her closeness with Chelsea would secure her the 3 votes that she needed. Did we really see her going out there and trying to market herself much?
T-Core? No. She went to Rubina and started telling her, I'm sorry, when you get to jury, at least you'll have fun and blah, blah, blah. Like, if Rubina was like, well, I don't think so.
Salty Dog, I think the closest you might get to that would either be a 4'9" Filipino chick or a 51-year-old grandma who you're going to have to duct tape her mouth shut and put a bag on her head.
So you have fun size, and then I want to punch in a grudge,
Yep.
a grudge.
Yep.
Those are your two options.
Yep. I would go with the 4-9.
She probably is the crazier of all of them.
Well, and she's the next oldest besides Angela there too.
Oh, you're right. I had forgotten that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because they were talking on one of the other shows. I try to listen to a lot of the other podcasts about this, and they were trying to blame T-Core's mistakes on her being 23 and so young and not understanding and knowing about the show. And, well, one, that's her fault.
Boo-hoo.
And two, when she left, she said she had a degree in sociology. So
she was able to read people very well.
Yeah. Man,
So
we have to hook him up with Brenda.
We'll shoot you a number. What is your tolerance level of crazy?
I've been married for 72 years. Mine's pretty high.
No, that was for salty. What his crazy tolerance level is.
Yeah. When I go to Kaiser now, they ask me if I feel safe at home. So I actually told the lady the other day no. She didn't do anything. She's like, next question.
Like, You're fine.
It's just the reason my leg's broke. It's a bone bruise.
You probably did it yourself. So Leah was feeling really super shitty because she didn't, I guess, expect T-Core to get so emotional and fall out of her chair.
Literally fell out of her chair, crying and sobbing. Like it was the end of the world. Well, I mean, it was the end of your $750,000 dream. So there is that.
Well, she's going to have to use all that money if she wanted to pay off that degree. So
true. Well, I don't know. She's got dual citizenship. She probably gets it for free. So what? It's probably true.
But so at this point,
let me interrupt here since I'm ruining my own podcast. I watched another podcast earlier today, or no, it was yesterday, and I discovered that once you do a couple shows, like this is our season 2 for Big Brother, the others start watching you, including CBS, and I know CBS watches us because I've got an email, but they were giving pointers on what not to say or do about reality shows. They said never say a player sucks because
Kenny sucks.
Yeah, well, Kenny sucks. And Matt, you hate him. So, and then never
crazy eyes.
Never say anything bad or negative about them.
Kenny sucks.
I'm going, if they watch my show, I'm doing all these things wrong.
But that's why people like it.
Oh, well,
you got to be honest.
If you want the other shows where they handle the contestants with gloves, then this isn't the show for you. But if you want the show where we go, Jesus Christ, what the hell were you thinking? That's these guys. So, and as far as I can tell, T-Core was a lawn fixture this entire season.
Yeah, I mean, her and Kimo were there for quite a while. Now he's kind of...
He's going to have to come out
a little bit more, but she's just...
Well, yeah, here's one valid point about her. Him and her together had some great ideas. They did flip the vote and get Cedric out. Of course, then she screwed up and got Tucker out by mistake. But they had great takes on things. Yeah, I know. They had great takes on things, but they didn't act. They moved like a herd of freaking turtles. And this game isn't like that. I'm sorry. And then she's like, these people are lying. Really? You're all competing for $750,000. Do you think that I may be your best friend out of this house, but I will punch you in the throat to get that $750,000? I mean, that's the name of the game.
Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, it would be a boss ass move for Leah to be like, "Oh yeah, Cam, you know, we got it. You're safe."
Exactly. Christine did it 1 year to James. Christine, was that her name? Christine? That's her name tonight. She did it to James. It made me angry. I'm still angry about it.
No, I mean that would have won her some badass points to everybody. Either that or everybody immediately target her because she just went against what she told him. And you know, everybody has been, from what you said, this has been the season of everybody voting more collectively.
Yes, not voting with the house per se. They're starting to do that, which, I mean, you're getting down to a smaller number, but still. Yeah, there was one season where they had a cheerleader on. I think she was with the Los Angeles Rams. And she was the most annoying, she's cute, but the most annoying person. And she was like Angela. She was like a tick. You couldn't get rid of her. You couldn't shake her off. They finally got rid of her by about time that we're down to like 5 of them. But it was like, and she was in everything. She competed. She was and she had an opinion on everything. She talked about everything. Couldn't get away from her, and you couldn't get her out of the game. It was so frustrating. Like Angela, yes, a lot like Angela. What did she say she was? She was a
she's a cockroach. You can't kill her.
She's a cockroach.
I mean, at least she's self-aware of that. Sometimes,
yeah,
depending on the day, it depends on which personality you get.
Yeah, exactly.
But so at this point, Chelsea says that she is voting for T-Core to stay. And we're going through like what everybody is thinking. So Cam believes that T-Core is the bigger threat as opposed to Rubina. And both MJ and Angela want T-Core to go. So MJ is then reporting to Rubina, who is sitting over in a corner with her hood up. And I was like, no, don't worry. We've already got 2 votes. We just need one more. And they think that Cam is going to be the one vote that is going to make or break everything.
Yeah, as soon as Cam voted, I was like, okay, they did it.
But everybody is thinking that Cam is going to vote with Chelsea. And
well, you saw how that worked out.
When he's like, nah, she's catching feels, I'm gonna head this way. But I think the most anticipated, of course, which they like left for last, was I think nobody really knew which way Kimo was gonna go because that's the majority of his show. But he says that he's going to vote for T-Core to stay because they've worked together the longest. And Rubina said that pretty much the whole time she's talking to him, it's basically, sure it was. But she felt like the whole time that he was talking to her, it was basically him just giving her a pat on the back of how well she's done. And she just immediately knows that she's not going to have his vote.
Yes.
So she says, I already know where Kimo's vote is. So now she has to convince Cam and Chelsea. Then they have a twerk party. So many fucking conga lines. So many. And at that point is when the little stupid ad pops up where, oh, you can get Jankie merch for Big Brother on CBS.com. Like, no, fuck that little robot. and everybody is like down, sitting on the sitting around where they are, and Angela is up top of the house losing her shit, and everybody's just like,
she's gonna jump.
please. So then we get into we get into our drama for this week. So Cam is like, well, it looks like it's gonna rain, so I'm gonna move my cot. And
they had given them ponchos.
He moves it up to the one open spot that is right beside of MJ. And I don't know if you noticed earlier on, whenever they were sitting on like the couch that was outside, like he covers her up in the blanket and she's like got her head in his lap and everything.
Yeah, I did notice that. Yeah.
Kimo was kind of like
any Haktua going on.
Yeah, that was it. Her face was covered there for a little bit. So
no, Salty, I have to be honest. This is my guilty pleasure for the summer, is watching this. So it's kind of like a train wreck. You just have to watch it.
So you think this was all my idea, Salty? This was just all me. No, if this were all me, we would be doing a rerun of Jersey Shore. Then he would be in hell.
Yes, I would be.
But so he moves the cot beside of MJ, and Chelsea just is like, I can't take this shit anymore, and loses her shit on him that he's being a jerk, he's being an asshole.
It literally wasn't a foot, I don't think.
No.
It couldn't have been much. It didn't look like much. Now, it may have been, but it sure didn't look.
For the record, rock solid, I have something much softer than a cot.
Oh. So, yeah, I don't know. I don't get, like I told you earlier, she's telling everybody all this anger.
Well, what didn't make sense to me was, why did him moving his cot beside her mean that they all had to like switch places where they were sitting? That's what
he would have been in the middle of the two, correct? Is that the way I saw it?
No, it would have been him, MJ, and then Chelsea was farther out still. Whereas before it was her and him that were out farther. So I don't understand why she didn't just scoot hers back with the rest of them, and they would have been 3 in a row right there. But Rubina's over there like, oh, he done fucked up.
Yeah.
He done fucked it all up.
He did. And
So,
you didn't know what he did.
So him and Chelsea and MJ are sitting there, and he's like, hey, can you get the fuck out of here for a minute so I can talk to her? And she's like, you've been a jerk and an asshole, and you are the only one out of everybody who is so nasty to me. And he's just most calm, just like, he's like, how?
He has had a great demeanor during this. Instead of him being a physical therapist, you'd think he was the psychologist.
I don't know. Given some of the things that I've seen him do from here, I think that might be too much for his brain to comprehend. Did you see when they started the HOH competition? He's just like,
he was like, I got to do what to what? Huh? Yeah, I caught that.
He I think he was out there doing a joint with Angela or something. Do weed, whatever shit was she was saying last week. But
she's gonna do a pop.
Yes, he was doing a pop with Angela, but only if it's legal.
And at some point in time, Angela tried to imitate one of the previous Big Brother winners, and I think got an ass whooping.
Ooh.
There was 2 players that have done it now, and they get the pots and pans, and they'll go around and they'll beat them in the middle of the night to wake everybody up at a house just to be a butthole. And she did that.
Wait, is that where that video comes from?
Yep.
I ain't getting no sleep because of y'all.
Yep.
Oh, I love that.
Yep. And it pushed people's buttons. And then Jankie would be, "Do you want ice cream?" It's hard to fight.
She just start hitting it even louder.
Yeah. Well, somehow, for Kimo's birthday the other day, he turned 36. Mm-hmm. They were trying to get like a big ice cream cake thing together, and they're trying, and somewhere they found a piece of wood, and they stuck it in the middle of the ice cream, and they had tried to set it on fire, and Big Brother lost their stuff, like, "Stop that," and the feed's cut. And we come back, they allowed him to light a marshmallow on fire for him to blow out. But they were seriously about to torch the place. I don't know where they got a piece of wood, but they were about to torch the place.
I mean, at that point, do you blame them?
There has been fires in there. So one season they set the oven on fire, and one player panicked and hit the emergency button, which is basically calls everybody in, opens all the doors. And another player just calmly gets up, gets a fire extinguisher, goes over the oven and just sprays it down, and then just sets the fire extinguisher and walks away. While everybody else is right around screaming.
No, we're good. We got it.
Yeah. So they've had earthquakes. They've set the place on fire a couple times, and so yeah.
But so supposedly the two of them were good at the end of everything, but they were both seriously questioning their trust for each other at this point. Cam's questioning whether,
loyalty.
Yeah. Cam is questioning whether he wants to even continue working with her. I don't know. He got her to hug her at the end. Who fucking knows? Oh. But she called his ass out though, and says that he is toying with all the women to get what he wants.
$750,000. Yes, it's absolutely what he's doing. And they're not helping. They're voting all the men out.
So he's toying with all the women, meaning two of them.
Yeah. Because he's not gonna. He knows. Rubina
we'll say 2.5.
Yeah. So yeah, nobody wants Angela and Rubina's hands off for Tucker. So yeah,
can't say I blame her. Yeah. But then there is a live sing along with Julie. To gouge my fucking ears out.
Oh, that was great.
And so then we commenced to the voting, which was a 4-1 vote. Cam, Chelsea, MJ, and Angela voted to boot T-Core, and Kimo voted to boot Rubina. So T-Core's gone, and everybody's getting all sad and everything, and she's telling everybody not to cry because they have to go play the HOH game. And obviously, you know, she says that she should have kept Kimo, and they start playing some of the goodbye messages. And I thought it was really funny because I was watching her face directly the whole time while it's playing. And she doesn't get emotional until he comes up. And then when Julia's like, "Well, why are you so upset?" And she's just like, "It's because I just love them all so much. They're so wonderful people. And I came here to make friends."
I guess she did. She did win $750,000. So hopefully she got friendship.
It's I guess we're in My Little Pony now. Friendship is magic. So then we have the beginning of the HOH competition live. So they get all of Jankie's favorite candy, and they've got whoever stacks it the highest in the quickest amount of time, they've got an hour to do it. And that's when Cam is looking around like,
yeah, he was seriously lost.
huh?
He was seriously lost.
Now, I will say that the ending of that was quite humorous to listen to Angela. Well, okay, well, no, I'll put a cherry here. No, oh, yeah, no, that's not going to fit here. But then, so from still a pickle slut. So
there's Cam.
Yeah, you can see how far he's gotten. Well, yeah. I mean, he had an interesting concept going on where if you noticed, he was like stacking some of them together and then setting them down so he could like do it. I don't know. I don't want to know what's going on through his head.
Kind of like reverse Jenga. Yeah. I guess.
But from what it looked like to me, whenever everything was done, it looked like it was either Angela or MJ in the lead. But I was thinking back to the, I forget what the competition was. And I think that was the one that Kenny won, where they had to build up like the X's and O's so high. So the laser would shine through it and everybody's just kept fucking falling.
Yeah. I believe you're correct. That was Kenny.
But we get the return of Zingbot and the double eviction this week. So
woohoo! Looking forward to Zingbot.
So I'm voting we get rid of Chelsea and we get rid of Angela.
Yeah, Chelsea definitely put her on the block.
Or just put her and Cam up there for shits and giggles. Watch them duke it out with each other.
Well, depending on which side of the house, because now there's really two sides of the house only. I mean, there was kind of three there for a little bit, but depending on whose side gets power, yeah, he's probably going to touch the block in Chelsea. And then it'll be for the veto. And then
but the funny thing will be if it was between the two of them, it would probably end up being him that goes home because he wouldn't campaign for himself. His idea of campaigning is let's go lay in the bed and cover ourselves up with a blanket.
True.
We're not monetized yet.
That's correct. I'm going to be angry if we get to the end of the game and it's Kimo and Angela. I'm going to be so aggravated. It's possible. Because there are already other podcast shows calling her the GOAT. Those are not words I want to use with Angela. So, Angela's family, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I do not want to call your great grandmother
your gilf.
Yeah, I do not want to call your gilf the GOAT. I can't do it. I can't bring myself to do it. But honestly, she has a great shot of winning at this point. And if she wins this HOH, she's increased her odds tremendously. The only problem is next week.
So I'm gonna label her as a moat.
Moat?
Most annoying of all time.
That I can get behind. Truthfully, this is a bad HOH to win. Of course, they don't know a double eviction's coming up because they won't be able to play the double eviction next week. The one that goes like boom, boom, boom. So this is the bad HOH to win.
So I'm curious as to how this will work. So will it go back to there being like 3 put up if it's a double eviction?
No. What they do is they'll house guests come in and they'll start right off the show and we're going to vote. Whoever this person, the HOH is, whoever they put up, they're going to vote. Rocket. As soon as they evict them, hey, deuces, get out of here, get off stage. We got a show to do. And they will, no, literally, they will announce them, go to the backyard, you got a contest. And then they'll say, come inside. Who's your nominations? Veto contest.
Oh.
Go to the backyard. Come back inside. You using the power of veto? You're not.
Oh.
Okay, you are. Cool. You're up. Come to the voting room. Literally, that's how fast it goes.
Oh.
And it is usually brutal.
Yes, please.
So, yes.
Oh,
yes.
with those vetoes in play like that, that'll suck.
Yes. So it is you don't have time to campaign, you don't have time to do anything. It's boom, boom, boom. And
especially if you get put up the first time and you get taken down and then you win the next one and say the person that put you up gets up, it's gonna start getting ugly.
Yeah. And then at the end of the show, that head of household that won at the end of the show that just got somebody evicted is no longer head of household and can't play in the next competition because they start a brand new one. They don't get pictures from home. They don't get nothing. They just got the pleasure of surviving the torture. They might get some ice cream.
Oh God, if Angela wins this one, she's gonna lose her mind.
Yeah, so this is technically the bad HOH to win. This one is the bad one. The double eviction is the best one to win, except for the fact that you just eliminated in one show 2 people, pissed off the whole house, and you can't play in the HOH coming up. And it's usually a long one, an endurance comp. So yeah, the next one is the one to win, not this one optimally, but even it has some bad twerks to it, I guess. So yeah, it getting towards the end of the season, and they get more cutthroat with things. So and yeah, because you don't go in a secret, turn a key. You're like, I'm like, hey,
hi bitch.
I pick Angela, I pick Kimo, have a seat. All right, now we're gonna play a game. Yeah, there's none.
That's rough.
And then there's none. The only thing they do in private is the voting. And one season they didn't even do that. They were like, everybody who wants to see Bob go, please stand up. Oh, Bob, you're out. I mean, it was cutthroat. So yeah.
I kind of love that though.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Bob. Get out of here.
Yep. Bob, you're done. So yeah. So some seasons it's ugly. So Chris, you may get your wish. Angela is going to lose her mind if she wins HOH this week and she can't play in the double.
It will be a week of crying. A week of tears. Yeah,
because I think they tell them like right after they do their nominations for this HOH. Hey, by the way, we've got a 90-minute episode next week. Everybody knows what that means after they've seen it. If they do that, or if they have a 90-minute, it's somebody coming back into the house. It's one way because they've done that too. When they've had extra weeks, they've had battle backs.
Who would we pick to come back?
Right now, Quinn. Well, those are the only ones eligible because they're Quinn and T-Core. Because everybody else.
So we couldn't pick. It has to be jury people.
Yep, has to be jury people.
Oh yeah, then Quinn. I was gonna say no. Come on, get Tucker back in here. He needs to liven up. He needs to liven up the house a little bit more.
Can you imagine him in this outside for a week?
The Ace Ventura hair would have been off the fucking charts.
He would have definitely made the week much more entertaining. So. If they haven't done that, I think they did that in like season 6 or something. They haven't done that in a long time. And even then when they did it, I don't think they were out there for the whole week. This is the first time they have voted outside the house and held it outside the house. So yeah, in the middle of a heat wave, they did them right, but they gave him ice cream.
Yeah, I mean, Cam just sticking his head in the freezer.
Oh, imagine tonight. Unless they're have-nots. Oh God, if they made people have-nots this week. Oh,
Jesus.
So well,
all smiles. All smiles.
Chris, I'm sorry that we got you watching this too, but I got to be honest with you. And it's kind of like a guilty pleasure. It's kind of like, you want to watch the children of Appalachia go without water out in the woods. So you want to watch these people on the roof of a high-rise building or a studio in Southern California, or Northern
lose their fucking mind.
Yeah. California, baking the heat and cry because all they get is ice cream. And I love you.
God. I'm telling you, that proton board would have been covered in ice cream. There would have been so many feeds cut of me just like, fuck you, Jankie.
Well, I mean, they've got to make it interesting. Hey, Ron, how are you? Welcome. We're glad you're here. Please like, share, follow us, and subscribe. And tell your friends. Salty Dog didn't. You can look up in the chat and see there, unless you're a friend of Salty's. But yeah,
then we're sorry.
Yeah, then we are. But that's been the whole purpose of this show, is to torture you to get $750,000. And they have had people they've had to remove from the game. They've had people walk off the game. I was in contact.
We're almost there.
Yeah, I was in contact with, and I was dead serious. I wanted her on the show. I told her it doesn't even have to be Big Brother show. We'll have you on the Grinning Guardian. We won't talk about Big Brother, because she had a meltdown on the show, and I felt very sorry for her. She was coming back from, I don't know what sandbox war we were in at the time, and she was a naval woman. I don't what are they, sailors? I don't know what they are. Female sailor, and
a female seaman.
Yeah, I guess after a few weeks of it, she started to have some bad vibes in Beast Mode Cowboy, which is JT's friend, by the way. I'm
sure he's an excellent human being.
He actually is. He's just a big redneck with a lot of money after winning the show. So yeah, he made her melt down. We are talking about the TV show Big Brother. Twice a week on Mondays and Thursdays, we cover the CBS reality TV show Big Brother. It's kind of like our guilty pleasure during the summer, where we, just get on here and talk about something. And
stupid. I get dragged into it.
Oh, but you're loving it.
I love reality TV. I just want to see somebody start fighting. Somebody get drunk and start fighting.
Oh,
that's why I love Jersey Shore.
There's a reason they do not have sharp knives. They had an incident. So he was removed from the game. So
all right.
So yeah, he held the knife up to her throat and asked her if they thought after, I forget how they had some long endurance comp. He said, "Do you think she'll bleed?" And he was like staring at the cameras. Feet cut. Bob's gone.
And last we saw him on As Wanted.
Yep, saw him on a milk carton. So Smush Room. All right, enlighten me. What is a smush room?
Oh yeah. The Smush Room. You don't know about the Smush Room?
No.
That's the designated. That's the designated fuck room.
Oh, that's what we called in the fire department the champagne room. Check. I got you. So there's no smoking in the champagne room. We all knew what that meant. Damn it! I got 2 reports to do. There's no smoking in the champagne room. Oh, hurry! 24 hours are long and lonely.
Then some of them would be designated to go in and clean it. And the shit they would find.
Sometimes we were a hazmat station. We wore the appropriate prophylactics.
No, they would come in wearing like they had put trash bags over themselves with tongs.
We would get bored and
Lord knows who or what you're gonna pick up on the Jersey Shore. So
we would get bored on the hazmat truck, and we had to test our equipment every so often. And our equipment is the full-born caterpillar suit or whatever you want to call it, glow-in-the-dark suit. And so we're there for 24 hours. We can do it anytime we want. So we would put it on, inflate it, and we would go direct traffic at like 3 a.m. outside of like a Waffle House. Holy shit, you've never seen so many cops show up.
No, we're good. We're just testing the equipment.
She's like, would you stop this? What? We're testing equipment. So yeah. I have thought about microdosing if it would help this leg.
I can hook you up. I got some somewhere.
I might need some. But yeah, we would do things like that just out of sheer boredom. 3 o'clock in the morning, we're there in our full hazmat suits at the middle of a main intersection outside of like a Waffle House and a movie theater and a bar at 3 a.m.
It's even worse. The people you're going to come in contact with outside of a Waffle House at 3 a.m.
You're like, what are those fellas over there doing? Oh yeah, this was the day. This is before cell phones had cameras. You can't do this now. So you get too much
where's my camcorder?
Go get that Betamax. We gotta see what these fellas are doing. So yeah,
Oh gosh,
fireman. If it can be broken, we'll break it. So. Yep. So we're still focused on cat balls. So
oh, he looks happy though.
Oh, he has toes. Well, actually, I'm trying to figure out. That's the front paw. I think that's an ear. Those eyes. Is head twisted around? Am I going to get a PETA complaint? I'm kind of concerned.
No, the light spot that you're seeing.
Yeah.
Is his mouth.
Oh, I guess that's his chin. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, his little. He's got the other. I think he's got the other paw tucked over his belly.
Oh, okay. Well, now we're down
they got the bunnies.
Yeah. They get the Christmas decorations already. Yeah, what the hell? So we're not violating any copyright laws there. So yeah, we're still waiting for them to finish up a 1 hour contest. The show went off at what time?
9.
And it's almost 11. So we have a winner. They just haven't announced it yet. Sucks. I want to know who won.
Do you watch it's going to be Cam?
Yeah. He's going to stack like 50 glowworms on top of each other and ring his buzzer. Everybody else's is falling over and the time limit will run out and he'll have like just his glowworms or whatever the things were. So
his gummy worms and the like the crystals on a stick thing just stacked up.
Oh my God. And the first one Mackenzie put together, I'm like, that's cock and balls. That is cock and balls. She put it together.
Oh shoot, I gotta take that back down. Oh.
Well, they had one contestant, and I wish they would bring him back he was funny. If him and Tucker were on a season, oh my God, it'd be hilarious. They had a contest where they were given, they were each in their own room and they were given a set of letters on a screen and they had to put them in order and spell as many words as they could, or the biggest word they could in like a minute. And they did this to like everybody was down to 2. And he didn't win because he spelled it with a Y, but he wrote his word, and you couldn't see what everybody else's was. And CBS couldn't take it off screen. It was live. His word was anal lice. LYCE. They're like, you're out. Anal lice on national television. It's great. So,
All right.
he wasn't trying to win. He was trying to have fun. So. He's the only contestant who spelled anal lice. Well, you know the funny video of it's the gif of the girl spitting her coffee up, you know, that everybody uses when they send somebody something funny. That's from Big Brother. That's one of the very first seasons. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to look this up now.
Oh, well.
See if we're thinking of the same one.
We probably aren't. Oh yeah. Who? There's a Christmas pickle.
Oh, okay. With she's got the teal shirt.
Yep. That's from one of the early seasons of Big Brother.
She spewed that all over the place.
Yeah, it was a funny scene. So it was her arch enemy said something to her, and she thought it was very funny because she knew she wasn't going home that week. Rubina.
She spit that out and followed up with, "Oh, you're cute."
Yeah. Rubina, I'm sorry I have to tell you, you're going to be going home to bar night. It'll be okay. Just love one another. Yeah.
Okay.
Love one another.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going out.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. How does that make you feel? It's going to be okay. You want to talk about your childhood trauma? Probably.
I don't know that.
Hold on. I
could have been. I recorded that on my VHS, so it could have been my Betamax. Hey, I had a Betamax. I won't lie. In fact, I still think I got some tapes in the basement.
Well, season 1 was in 2000, so
I've got underwear older than you.
you should be ashamed of that.
I sent you some.
Sick fuck.
I can't help it. It's what I do. So
Return to sender.
Hey, I'm not paying postage on that to come back. So yeah, we're waiting to see who won. If we get lucky enough to see who won. But otherwise, next week's the double eviction. I'm looking forward to it. So whoever gets put up and goes home. So
That will be quite intriguing to see the cat fight that goes on with that.
Oh, it's always a hot mess. They have to campaign. Unlike this time with AI, you've got to campaign because, well, you got like 30 seconds and you got to go.
Save me! Just save me!
Pick me. Andy, you got the link if you want to show them. So
What?
I sent the link to the show in the chat if anybody want to join in, since we're wrapping up Big Brother. So I don't know if anybody's wanting to come in. We've only got 6 people watching, so it's not like we got a great big huge chat. We got Chris, Salty, Ron, and Andy Madsen, my hero. Andy, how the hell are you?
Good.
We missed you, Andy. That's why I wanted you in the chat, or wanted you on the show. Andy, you've got to start watching Big Brother so that you can be hip to what we're talking about. It's kind of like the Hallmark Channel meets UFC.
Oh, God.
I mean, that's kind of the way it is.
Nice.
If
So-
Warren.
Yeah, Warren was alive in the
Warren.
chat.
Yeah, did
That's
you see
right,
what Warren
Chris.
sent you in the chat there?
That's what I'm talking about.
She just saw it.
At least mine was minor compared to what he did.
Oh gosh. I should expect nothing less.
My two were
Rock-
very minor.
Rock Solid, you're auditioning for an appearance on the Saturday night show. I'm not opposed to that. I'm not opposed to that at all.
Oh, we take at home auditions.
You might know. I don't. I got so many sick
really?
people. I knew that.
At home auditions, huh?
Rock Solid, I'll send you the link if you want to come on. I ain't scared. It would certainly make Cheyenne blush.
It'll liven things up big time.
Very true. Very true. I'm just hoping we can hang in there till we get a winner, but I ain't seeing it. So, you got to work tomorrow, Cheyenne?
No.
Then we can hang in there for a few minutes. Oh, the cat is now taking care of business. Whoa!
It looks like another cat is taking care of
Wait a minute,
business.
yeah.
Oh.
Oh, God.
Oh, okay. Hey, we're interrupting them. Quit being rude.
Not sure that we should be watching this.
That's what you call a cat fight.
Whiner diner. Oh, never mind.
Listen to her whiner.
So, Andy, any good calls lately?
Actually, no. Not since the critical one that the 18-year-old got burned.
Did he lose his dick?
Boy, she summed that one up, didn't she? I don't know, but it turned out to be a friend of mine. And he just got voted in as a firefighter for the station that responded to the call.
It's a great way to start things out.
Needless to say, he's going to get gag gifts at the awards banquet.
He may get pickles.
And
Lots of
a certain song is going to be played too during the presentation.
Which one?
The one that Shay played the other night. Great Balls of Fire.
Oh. No, I was thinking Dick in a Box.
Well,
That'd be
something
better.
pertaining to that's the gag gift.
I think the Lonely Island would appreciate some love.
Yeah.
Well, he may come out of this really good because they may do surgery and they may have to transplant or enlarge things.
Exactly.
So he could come out of this pretty good. Smelling like a rose. So
Yeah. He might come out playing the song How You Like Me Now.
No, he's walking out of that operating room, shaking hands, signing autographs.
Yeah. And not with his hands.
he's doing the helicopter.
Yeah.
Oh, Cheyenne.
Just letting you guys know, this still really hurts, but it's worth it.
I'm on Oxy. Cheyenne, you certainly livened Andy up a lot. It's good to see you make him smile. So,
God.
Yeah, what can I say?
Yeah, well, you had that effect on her, Andy. Uh-oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Going down somewhere. There's an emergency somewhere. Oh, he's looking at his pager. This could be bad. And Cheyenne's frozen.
The dick has fallen off. The dick has fallen off.
Oh my God. What has this show went to? Anything major, Andy?
It's fallen off, hasn't it?
That could be something major, but It probably couldn't. It's a 36-year-old female that's been standing on her feet for 8 hours, making pizza at Papa John's. Her feet and her ankles are swollen, and she can't walk.
And that deserves 911.
Yeah, exactly.
The
All right.
Cryptid Huntress show is my friend Jessica Jones' show. She does a couple of them every week, and I'm going to start doing some of her Monday or her Wednesday shows here and there. So Jessica's good peeps. Go check her show out. Like it, follow it, share it, subscribe. Even though she's monetized, she has 13,000.
Oh,
And she's well, we're probably gonna do a couple episodes together, so it'll be kind of fun. She talks about, you think we talk about weird things, she gets some weird subjects and some weird people. So
Has she got a vampire yet?
I don't think so. I'll have to ask.
We need to know for science.
Her YouTube channel is called The Cryptid Huntress, Jessica Jones. And Andy, have you checked your pager to make sure that it's okay?
yeah.
Okay, good.
I'll get right on that.
Might be too soon for those jokes. Might be too soon. Even though I did send one the other day that was funny. Shalom. That was the last text. Too soon. Too soon. I'm sorry. That's why you come to this show. It's not because we're politically correct.
It's just other
We're just
things.
honest. We're just honest.
Yeah. Yeah. And well, Andy, you'll be proud to know, and I won't let the whole cat out of the bag, but we're trying to drag Cheyenne down into our depths of first responders. So.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. And Salty Dog, when I was on her show the other day, we were talking about the Alabama White thing, which I saw, and the Mount Vernon Monster, which I also saw. We were talking about them. And yes, I did tell her listeners to come and subscribe, and she advertised it too. So we picked up a few. She did advertise my personal YouTube page, Sport Cat Medic, which is okay, but I'm trying to get everybody over here to the Sport Cat shows. So, but it's a work in progress. We'll get there. We will get there. And yeah, I'll let you know. I'm hoping that if we do some shows together, I can broadcast them on my channel as well. So we'll see. I don't know. We just got some ideas tossing around. And she's a really good friend. She's been doing this for about 2 years longer than me. So Chris says
Same, Chris. Same.
Yeah, we don't. Politics are boring. So it's like Jay Leno. Every 4 years, you get somebody new to make fun of. That's all it is. So, I mean, it's fair, and they all give you material. Shay, I think
they do, especially when they.
I think he's suggesting you need to get some sunshine.
Well, this one side is a lot tanner than the other.
That's the passenger side, isn't it? Yeah. Or,
no, this is the driver's side.
Yeah. Oh, rock solid.
We know.
We know. We got to get monetized first, rock solid. So we gotta tell 10,000 more. Please do it before I go into the nursing home for real. So, or the wife kills me. Either or could happen any day now. Either or.
Really?
I'll make sure that she holds off a little bit.
She's only got me walking with a limp right now.
You try going anywhere, it'll be straight out of misery.
Yep. So Andy, did you read about my dilemma on my Facebook page this morning?
I didn't see that.
So I had some really I'm not sure yet, Salty. I had something really weird happen. I've lived in this house for 30 years, raised my kids, they're all grown and out of here. And today the Comcast guy, or Xfinity, whatever the hell they call them now, was here working on the cable, and because their service sucks, and it always breaks during sports season. I think my wife might have something to do with this now that I think about it. But anyhow, he was here
she's been taking my constructive criticism, I think.
Well, this could be. She hates sports as bad as most of y'all. Do Cheyenne has any cryptid or paranormal encounters? Cheyenne does, actually. But I'll finish my story first, but thanks for interrupting, Ron. So today, first time in 30 years.
Hey, you can't be mean to the new people.
I'm not being mean. No, Ron, don't take it that way, please. We love you. Well, you see, that's what I was screaming when it broke right after he left. I was like, I'm going to rip this shit out and leave it on the curb, and they can come pick it up. I'm paying $200 for this crap. But anyhow, so the front door was open, so I assumed that meant it was a friendly, welcome, open house. And this middle schooler came into my driveway, stopped the cable guy, and asked Kim. He said he missed his school bus, and asked the cable guy in his Xfinity van if he'd take him to school. And he's like, dude, no, I'm kind of at work here. And so he proceeds to come down the driveway up onto my porch and rings the doorbell. And I open the door, and I'm like expecting, it's going to be like cookies or some crap. They're selling it. It's the first thing I expected when I see a kid at my front door. And he says, I know this is going to sound weird and you don't know me, but can you give me a ride to school? And I just had this blank stare like, what?
Where's Chris Hansen?
What did you just say? Where did you come from?
Where's Chris Hansen?
Where's the cops?
So I was like, no, I can't. I was like, there's something wrong. Okay, what, you're leaving us? And so he said that he didn't have any way to school, and that his parents were going to kill him, and he went wandering off down the street. And I'm thinking, this is weird. So I thought about it for a while, long enough for the perv to pick him up and run off with him.
I think they're more likely to kill him for walking up to a stranger's house and saying, "Can you give me a ride to school?"
Yeah, it's a little odd. And so he said he was new to the neighborhood, so it's kind of weird. So I got to thinking about it, and I called the school system and said, "Hey, what kind of school bus leaves kids on the side of the road?" And I said, "This kid I don't even know him, come knocked on my door and wanted me to give him a ride to school." I was like, don't talk to strangers? Kids, don't talk to strangers. It could be me. It could be Andy, for God's sakes. If it was Andy, he'd really be in trouble. But yeah.
Hit him in the ankle with his wheelchair.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it was so weird. He's new to the neighborhood, didn't know anyone. I was like, kid, you're setting yourself up. I mean, I was really looking. I got my binoculars. I was looking to see if there was an FBI van anywhere, for Christ's sake. I was like, what is going on?
Look on the roof, waiting for him to jump off.
Like crap. But yeah, so
like, hey, kid, word of advice: anybody opens up a van door and offers you candy,
don't do it.
He was like, what? And he goes, it's not far. I'll show you where it's at. And I'm like, I mean, literally, I'm like looking at him. I had to have had this blank stare on my face, like, what in the Sam hell are you talking about? Even back in my day, back in the 20s, it would have been it would have been odd to do. I don't think I would have ever knocked on some stranger's door and asked for a ride. Exactly. Anybody could.
Ron, you were correct.
And so I'm hoping that the school system educated him and told him, don't talk to strangers. Don't get in their car. Good Lord.
Yeah, I like Chris's response. Why not walk? It's not that far, kid.
Well, you see, back in my day, I walked uphill both ways in the snow to school. So.
Yeah, with no shoes or socks.
Exactly. I was lucky if I had a toque. So. Yeah, so I just found it very odd. But I did contact the school system, and I haven't seen any police helicopters or police officers. So, but yeah, Yeah, that's the first. And then I got
nobody's walked out of your pantry asking you to sit down, have they?
Yeah, not yet. Well, then I got to thinking, well, what if the cable guy hadn't been here and I didn't have an excuse? Well, I mean, I'm not opposed to helping somebody out, but I mean, that could just be bad. So yeah, I was thinking about, I was like, well, heck, look at now, we see a lot of crime with children with guns.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to be thinking, you're a stranger. I don't want you in my car. I mean, but really,
back tomorrow for not taking you to school.
Good. Yeah, true. So, I mean, what would you have done, Cheyenne, if it'd been you?
Kindly fuck off. Get.
You're rude.
It'd be me like peeking through the blinds first. I'm like, I don't know who the fuck that is. I ain't opening the door.
Well, the door's already open because the cable guy been coming in and out.
Well, I'd be grabbing the cable guy going, tell that little fuck to get his ass out of here.
I was like, why didn't you give him a ride? What's wrong with you? You're on the job. I mean, what would you have done, Andy? I mean, seriously,
I'd say sorry.
Yeah. I mean, what is this? Only 4 people live in something station near me. They probably are all serial killers. Well, I don't know. My neighborhood isn't quite that bad. So we've only got 1 registered sex offender per street. I think it's a law. They got to have 1 on each street. So, but yeah, I mean, and of course, my wife starts drilling me. Well, did you think say, why didn't you call his parents? No, I didn't think about it. I was too shocked. I mean, literally, I was too shocked.
You're screwed.
Yeah, she's like, well, why didn't you call his parents? I didn't even know who the hell he was.
Let me have your phone. Where's your parents?
Yeah, get your parents on the phone, kid.
Exactly.
No, they're going to kill me.
Well, getting in the car with a stranger, your odds aren't that great. So.
Exactly. Wouldn't that have sucked, though, if he did get in a car with somebody and his parents pulled up at the light next to him?
Well, and that's the other thing. Yeah, exactly. What if I'm giving him a ride to school? We're in an accident. Now It's my ass.
Yeah, sorry. I don't know who the fuck this kid is, but he showed up at my door and wanted to ride to school.
He's the reason I'm in this predicament.
Yeah, sorry he wasn't wearing a seatbelt. He was ejected on the 3rd roll. I mean,
The kid made me do it.
See, and there you go. You're exactly right, Chris. You were exactly right. This could have been wrong. Yes, one of my friends did suggest, why didn't I pay for his Uber? I'm not his parents.
I don't know who the fuck he is.
A big yellow bus. That was his Uber.
Yeah. Wait a minute here. I do pay for his Uber. They come up and down the street 3 times a day.
Exactly.
It's a big yellow van. It's full of the little shits. So
with the stop sign that comes out the side of it.
This show has went strangely off course. It's like my therapy at that point. Escort Station is a small village technically in Maine, but can only be accessed via Canada. It's the northernmost point in. Hey, how close is that to the end of Route 1? Asking for a friend. Richmond Highway, or do they call it that up there? I don't know. Whatever it is, US 1. Yeah, I mean, so I felt bad. I mean, honestly, I did feel bad, but I was like, no, there's too much could go wrong either way. And then I thought, well, shit, I did just wander down the street, but he wasn't mine to take care of. So yeah, the paramedic
just whatever happens to him, it's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault.
Then I was like, well, should I call the cops on the kid? And I was like, well, no, that's probably not the right thing to do. So
because then you would be involved big time.
Yeah, then they'll roll up on him.
You call the non-emergency number. Be like, hey, this weird kid showed up at my door.
I mean, I know the number
411 to get the 911.
So yeah, I don't know. I felt really bad about it. I honestly did. I felt horrible for not being able to help the kid. And I think I feel worse because society is at a point now where it is that you have to think about middle schooler not being safe
Trusting.
for senior citizen here. Or for him being that naive. Well, like I said, I thought about that, but there's only like 3 of them on duty for 1 million citizens in the county, so that would have been a lower priority. He did have been picked up and taken off by then, but so I did call the school and report it to the school board and ask them why they're leaving kids on the side of the road. But it really bothered me. I hate to sound like I had feelings or emotions, but I did feel bad about it. I really did.
Now, see, I'd be the one that's like peeking out like through my blinds, like, nope. I pretend like I ain't home. My car's out there, but I ain't home.
Well, I'm gonna be honest.
Nobody's home.
It normally, if he would have got the ring and the doorbell, and I'd have still been asleep. I mean, when the school bus rolls, who the hell's up at 7:57? But the damn Xfinity guy. Come on. So.
And you.
And me. So yeah, won't make that mistake again tomorrow. So
he was looking for the old people that were up early because they went to bed early.
Maybe he thought this nice old man. He's got the gray hair and beard. He's safe.
There would be only 2 reasons I'd be up early. 1, doctor's appointment, or 2, there's fire trucks racing down the street.
Yeah.
He sized you up. He was like, all right, he's wearing a Spider-Man shirt. He's probably halfway decent. All right.
I still have my Mountain Dew. I had a baseball cap on and my Mountain Dew shirt on, so I hadn't showered yet. It's too early.
Then let him watch this and see what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
Mommy, I talked to that guy this morning.
Hey, I have actually had that happen.
He's talking shit about me.
I stay in a hotel on the way to Vermont, and some of the staff watches the Wednesday show.
Oh no.
That was the creepiest thing. They were all pointing at me. And let me set this up too, because this didn't help me. They were all young ladies, very young ladies. They're all pointing at me and talking. My wife's like, "Do you know them?" "Oh, I don't know them." And finally it came out.
Like, you lying sack of shit.
Obviously they know you, Glenn.
Yeah. Well, honestly, when my kids were younger, everybody in this whole damn neighborhood knew that I was the paramedic. I treated more boo-boos than probably I did on duty from the kids trying to hurt themselves and do stupid things. And they would always come to me first. So, and I always took care of them, and it never bothered me. So 30 miles away from Route 1, depending on the route. It's not directly accessible by Route 1. No, my question is because my friend Ken and I went to Key West to the beginning of Route 1. We grew up on Route 1 in Washington, D.C., and we've traveled various portions of Route 1. Our next journey, and unfortunately we're probably going to do it when it's cold, is to the end of Route 1, which is right at the is that Maine Canada border. So that's going to be our next journey. Don't ask me why, but it is. So we want to, before we die or get too old, travel the entire length of US Route 1. It's a bucket list.
They'll put you on the shuttle for the old folks home and just tell you that's where they're going.
Get in, Grandpa.
Enjoy the ride.
Now looking, it'll be that kid that I didn't give a ride.
That'd be some shit.
How you like this, you son of a bitch?
Yeah, remember me? That was in 8th grade and you wouldn't give me a ride?
Hope you choke on the chunks.
Yeah. No good deed goes unpunished. So, yeah, I mean, I did. I felt bad about it. I don't know. It was a dilemma. And then my friends roasting me on Facebook about, did you call an Uber? Did you call a parent? Did you call a cop? No, I didn't do anything. Just scuff along. Did the typical old man thing.
All right, Kenny.
You bastards. His shade jokes on it.
That was a good one.
But yeah, so that's what I did. All right, well, we'll wrap this up here because we're probably boring the the few
We
listeners
still don't have a winner.
Still don't have a winner. I don't understand. The contest
What the
takes an
hell?
hour. What the hell? Yeah, no kidding. We do not have a show Friday. I will be. I got a date night Friday night, so I will not be. Yeah, I got a date Friday night.
One of those girls that was at the hotel in Vermont.
Hey, there's a kid who came to his door. It's his sister. Okay, give me a break. So,
His 16-year-old mother.
Could be. Well, I mean, I'm being honest. I asked my friends because I was perplexed. I felt bad for not doing something. Then I felt bad for trying to do something, which made me feel weird too. So I had feelings both ways. But yeah, my friends on Facebook were trashing me about why didn't you pay for his Uber? And now that you mention it, I do pay for his Uber every day. It comes up and down the street. So, so Saturday, Shay, have you figured out what we're doing?
No. We're doing something.
So have you had a chance to talk to Erin? Because she's a fan favorite. They were asking about her. I don't know if Brenda's coming.
Well, we'll just ask her.
I think she's bad.
Isn't she doing her shows earlier?
I think she is. I think she's mad at me right now. Andy, is she mad at me right now?
Who?
Brenda.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought you might have inside scoop. So I don't know if Brenda's going to be on or not, but Erin, if she's feeling well, said she would. So hopefully.
I messaged her.
Okay. Antlers wants to break down the Tennessee-Oklahoma game Saturday. That's going to be a scary game. It's going to be a scary game, Chris. Who's Alabama?
That is going to be a nasty game, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm worried that they're not going to be ready for the challenge. So Fort Kent. All right. Well, that's where we want to go and see. There's probably nothing there but a place that sells Route 1 signs like there is in Key West. But Key West is beautiful. So next Saturday, or this Saturday, we don't know what we're doing, but Wednesday, well, we will be back Monday to talk about the big chat, the Big Brother show, talk about the Sunday episode. And then Wednesday, we have the editor of UFO Magazine and MUFON director. And so that's going to be good. And then after that, we have the author of Cosmic Connections. So,
I meant to ask you, whatever happened to the magician we were supposed to have?
I guess it didn't pan out. I don't know. I don't have an answer to that.
That is like
looking forward to some magic tricks.
they might be. We can try some more. Hey, I was lucky to get Robin Williams. Everybody said you couldn't get Robin Williams. This guy got.
We need
Robin
him
Williams
back. He's done with Twisters.
Yeah. And I still haven't seen that, so I need to get his autograph. So
the magician was there. He just didn't see him that well because he was too fast.
It's true.
Well, she was very quiet then.
Yeah. Let's see. And then Friday on the Grid and Guardian gang, we have Keith Hanks, a retired firefighter EMT, that he's written a book. So we will have a Grid and Guardian show next Friday, but not this Friday. So
okay.
So yeah. So you got a weekend off, Andy. Well, you got a Friday off. So is Aroostook County, if I pronounce that right, is that Canadian or is that in the U.S. of A? I don't know.
Let me check.
Well, Salty wants some magic there.
I said monetization. We'll talk about it.
Okay. All right. Andy, you got anything going on? You going to be doing any shows or anything fun between now and Saturday?
No shows. Just going to my nephew's baseball game Saturday or Friday night, and then flag football Saturday morning.
Good Lord, you got a full agenda. All right. Well, hopefully he's doing good in sports. So
yeah, they are.
How old is he?
The oldest one is 12. The other one just turned 8.
Well, make sure to tell them don't go knocking on strangers' doors and ask for rides. It's in Maine. Okay, cool. There's also there's a part of Michigan you can't get to without going into Canada too. People forget about. So, All right. Well, Shay, you got anything else?
Fingers crossed for tomorrow.
It's a local new Media River. Okay. All right. For tomorrow. Oh. Okay. Well, hopefully you'll hear something back that soon.
I'm hoping. The guy seemed to like me, so.
What's not to like? You didn't give him the link to the show or anything, did you? That could have been bad.
No.
That could have been very bad. Don't do that.
No, but he was very interested.
Oh, God. So,
Hey, we might have another sub.
Yeah, you have experience behind the mic. What do you do?
Yeah, he was impressed by that. Oh, well, then you know how to work a radio pretty well. And I'm like,
it's just buttons. It's just buttons. Just push a bunch of them. Eventually something
Don't
happens.
push the wrong one.
can you read a map? Yeah.
Oh, did they ask you that? You would be surprised at the answer to that. So,
yeah.
Out.
They were like, some of the guys.
Yeah. And depending on where you are, you get directions like turn left at the chicken coop, go north there in that holler. Ron, thank you. I appreciate that. We were just having fun a little bit here at the last, but I love my fans. Everybody, please remember a thumbs up. It does help the algorithm. And hey, if you want to buy me Mountain Dew, the links are in the show description. Everybody have a great one. We will see you Saturday night. Much love from Cheyenne.